Today, I am Marcus Bernock, and this is the White Wolf Gaming Channel. Today, we're going to play King's Quest. Now, I played this initially on my last PlayStation 4, but since I lost that data, I've got a new PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 4 Pro. We have to go back from the start. And I'm not going to be sectioning off this time in point 0.5, 0.25, 0.75. I'm going to play each chapter as they are. So settle in, guys, sit back, relax, ladies and gentlemen, and just enjoy. If you want to tell me how bad I'm doing in the comments, please do so. It's been a long time since I played this game. Here we go. I will say this is rendered beautifully. The scene, look at it. Just look at it. It's amazing. It never ceases to actually amaze me. It's all hand-drawn backgrounds, sceneries, everything. It's spectacular. Now, I will not be. This isn't the case of I'll be holding your hand throughout everything. I'll be just doing it. I think I have 57% of the trophies. For chapter 1 the rest of them are secret trophies.
I have not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Now, I think there are ways to get them. Essentially, I have to kind of go about the first chapter in a different way than I did initially. Yep, out the way. So that in mind. Now there are well, actually it's very straightforward. You'll see as we go through this how there are multiple ways to play through each chapter.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
I will say this though, as the game progresses, it does get very morbid, and to a certain extent it does hit home. In a very not a negative sense, but it hits a soft spot.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Now, clearly that didn't work for him. However, getting struck by one of those beds is a trophy, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm not going to do because good chance I already have it. So. I was seriously worried that was going to backfire on me. Okay.
Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Now, that is just a little bit of a teaser. That's what you will be doing in the game.
Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Oh. There she be.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story?
Well, dragons are my favorite.
Do you want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way to... Add a shinier hat to my collection.
Oh, no, yes, yeah, okay. Get the handle first. Get the handle. Now again, do you see the bed there? And you see the string? And a dragon. Bear in mind, I overlooked that last time. My first time playing this, I overlooked that and just... Yep.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Dun 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 dun. That's the one thing you'll never see at D&D.
Never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's
I
arm
will
is
say-
really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
There's a thing here where you can actually look
Volumes
at
of old
books.
books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom.
I
How
know
to Tame a
that's...
Dragon,
Wait.
breaking the spirit of hideous beasts, amateur spells to impress your friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
There must be something that you can do here. But nothing... I can't think of anything that you could. So, I think that's there as a red herring. At the same time, I'm pretty certain I'm overlooking something.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
What did you...
Now, how this last handle keeps it on? You know what? That doesn't matter. There's a lot in this game you shouldn't question. You
The
just
dragon's chains
go with the
were
fact that it's
coiled
high
around
fantasy
a
and
gigantic
it's joyous.
switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
The sword and the shield. If you could take that, oh, but no. There's his wench. Stop him from escaping.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day, too, if Amira was my only friend.
Now, guys, based on what you've seen so far on the dragon, would you claim it to be a monster or a misunderstood creature? Bear in mind that we're going to get very close to it very soon. It does have an arrow stuck in its left eye. Oh, this is his right eye. I never actually paid much attention to which eye it was. I think it's the left one. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? Now, you cannot sneak. You have to actually... See? It's left eye. Okay. You blow that. Now we're going to. Now he automatically goes into a sneaky mode. I have no say in that. As is with most of the game, actually, the character tends to just do what's best at the time, and you have to kind of play along or find a way to supplement it. Coffee is nice. Coffee is lovely. I've always been curious, and I'm not going to do it now, I will do it at a different time. What happens if you actually walk right towards the dragon there? I'm not going to do it now because I'm actually live streaming this. I'm not going to die on purpose. I say that now.
Whoever
Who
designed
knows
this
what
trap
happens in the next
thought
stream?
they were pretty clever, but
might
I would
take an
probably
ocean
find
mist.
a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Use the Force, Luke. Oh. Use the Force, Luke. Leia was actually more powerful with the Force than Luke was, but let's just get on with this. A chakra. A chakra, I should say. Okay. Hey! Say what you want, that was a good shot. Now, this may seem mundane. If you can keep in mind the pattern of the beds here, when you're coming back across the bridge, it makes it easier. Not a whole lot, but it does make it slightly easier. I'll show you
The mirror called
later
out
on
to
why
me.
it doesn't really matter, it just makes it a little handier for you.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Now, the beast and its owner. Who was its owner? Was it the previous king? Or the current king, I should be saying? We just don't know. Take that, put back on the other side. Ding-a-ling-a-lingers. Gosh, sorry. To make this channel child friendly. Hold on. Good draggy waggy buggy buggy. Now, we have to get down there now, so let's hop on board the meat train. Yeah, we got the mirror! Here we go. Heads. There you go. It doesn't really matter, but it does make it slightly less awkward. This is always kind of nerve-wracking. I can't explain why. Maybe it's because I played Dragon's Lair as a kid. Wee Bambino. Come on now. Oh, my fault. Yep. Yep. Oh. Ah. Okay. Yep, the arrow. Come on, up. Giddy up. Giddy up. No, that. No. This is probably the only part of the game that looks Very Skyrim-esque. Yeah, but yeah, the arrow. The bow looks something like you find it in the Nordic ruins. Look at, isn't that a stunning scenery? As I said, it's hand drawn, it's spectacular. Okay. Fast now, so should we? Oh, I thought I missed that. Haha, that's a skill to have. Now, as I asked at the start of this, or quite some time ago, do you deem the dragon to be a monster or a mythological creature? You have to make that choice now pretty soon. And again, bear in mind where the beds are on the stalactites or the ceiling, whatever you want to call it yourself. I say up above. Whoa. Chaka, Afanata.
With a magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of a Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
And Afanata is go, shoot, fire, yes, all the above. As Wonderland, little door. Excellent reference. His reaction was brilliant.
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
To a degree, yes, but this is one I haven't done before. You free the dragon. The bell brings it back for food and then just shoot it in the mouth. Revolver, King's Quest. Go ahead and do it. There you go.
My hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king.
Yep.
Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything.
It was a dragon that tried to
why did you set the dragon free, even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do, too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home, but only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Idiot.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
Got here
you
as
like it.
fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh,
Good.
I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
No, that was fighting talks. That sounds very similar to Back to the Future.
Come in, Gwendolyn.
Oh, maybe
You
it's
can
just-
set
maybe
those
it's just
on
my
the
head.
nightstand.
For a split second, I thought Back to the Future.
Grandma said to take 3
That's a
spoonfuls
lot of
each.
medication.
I'll get to those. No
Right.
need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues.
Farming.
That fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Oh. You have to go with, yeah.
Treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life.
Now,
It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
here we are, people. This is the actual first chapter. What we just
Well,
played through
Triumph,
was
this
the
looks as good a place as any to camp
introduction.
for the night.
So here we
Let's
go.
rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Ribbons. You can control him down his hill, but it doesn't really matter. But if you hit a tree, it does stop you. But ultimately speaking, you can't get killed. That's what I'm trying to say here.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff,
Gracefully.
I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Okay, here we go.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical
if it's up there,
island.
We should go west for a moment to see what's over here. Oh.
Grandpa, you can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most.
Okay. Nothing over there, fair enough. That's Western Dixie over here. The bridge is well and truly gone. But look here. Now, here we go. Night Hopefuls. Dun, 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 dun. Chaka! Okay. How many?
Hey! Over here!
I could
The
have
bridge
sworn
be
the
out.
Parade of Hopeful Nights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with Triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
Oh, we have 5 gold coins, okay. Okay. There's nothing we can actually do here yet. So just keep going forward. Butterfly, or flutterbuys. That's Elliot to call them, because it sounds funny.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Ribbits or rabbits? Oh. Can't give it pets or rubs. That's out of the question. The attention to detail in this game really is amazing in terms of seeing. Look, wait. Can you see that again? Look at that. That is stellar. Stellar. Stellata. Squirrel. Oh, fine. It's not a squirrel, so. Rabbits. Chisholm. Can't get them. No.
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
Let's find out. Something still in it, I think.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
You want to bet? That's exactly what you're about to do.
There was no reason to chop down that perfectly good tree.
That's one. Let's go find something else. Frog.
That wheel seemed freshly broken. That wheel seemed freshly broken. The wheel was already broken. No sense rubbing it in.
To who? The person there is you. Well, and the frog. It's only me and Kermit. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forge the most rare, miraculous,
Don't want it.
mysterious,
There it
and
is. Nope.
oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material.
Hey,
I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait! You're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say!
Toolbox.
I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh,
Toolbox.
how rude! Do you have any questions for me?
Toolbox.
could you repeat that?
Try to keep up, son. Bridges out, failed shortcut, flying rock, wheel broke, be a strapping lad, get tools, fix wagon, get a lift to the tournament.
Okay.
Just a little oop here.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
This is new. Oh, the waterfall. Oh, this is. I haven't been here before. Is this where I came on the bed? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What? Huh? Huh? How did I get onto this? We are not supposed to be in this part of the story yet.
Where did that river lead to?
That is a story for another day.
Yeah. Hey! Trophy! Okay, so they made all of that purely for a trophy and a bit of dialogue. It's a lot of trouble for that one simple thing. So though, I appreciate it. Thank you, developers. Looks pretty cool. So there's a part where I can come back here later on and...
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Haha. Old school. Shrimpler. And away we go. Come on now.
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Oh, God,
Grandpa,
puns.
your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Okay, here we go.
Here, kitty, kitty. Not a kitty, not a kitty!
Okay. Not a kitty.
Oh, here we go. No, I did not use the hatchet to skin that growling animal.
I had to give it a shot. It's actually Wetzel Wolf's in there.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps. I tried to chop down those thornweeds, but my tiny hatchet was ineffective. I would need a bigger, sharper blade.
The Crumbler. Now, when you get to town, there are 3 shops. There's a magic shop, a bakery, and a blacksmith. Hang on. No. You don't have to use all three, but I advise you to kind of branch out a bit. Now, I'm not going to do that this time around. I'm going to try and stick with one specific one, namely. Woo, that's a long drop. I'm going to try for
It was eerily quiet.
the magic shop.
Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
No. I'm not. I'll go for. Damn it! Options. Wait. Okay. Wait. Talk minutes. No? Talk to
Hello,
guys.
could I squeeze by you gents?
No, we are here to guard the town entrance and keep out any riffraff whilst everyone is watching the parade. If we were to leave, rapscallions would run amok in the empty shops.
Back away, boy. We're on the lookout for intruders.
There's one directly behind you. Okay. I have to get a wheel. In the blacksmith, there's a crest or an emblem. In the bakery, there's a hardened bread loaf, and up here is a table. I'm going to try up here. I'm going to stick with the magic shop. Last time I did the bakery thing.
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. I could barely make out the names of these potions. While I was up for adventure, I didn't think randomly drinking potions was a good plan.
Never know. I works out for the D&D players sometimes.
Something big and round. Hopefully no one would mind if I borrowed this tabletop.
No. We'll never actually need to go up there again for the rest of the game.
Nothing seemed to be brewing yet. I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical sundries were best observed from afar.
The evergreen looks fantastic, or the fern, sorry.
Against the knickknacks was a little collection tray with a sign asking for tips.
Now, we're not crooks, so we're going to leave 2 or 3 gold coins there for the tabletop. That's what you do. Now, I'm going to try to do something else here.
A bakery. And it smelled delicious. I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel.
Oh, okay. You can't get to, okay.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. I saved my money for a better opportunity.
What a shot. What a shot. Yeah. No. There is a cutscene later on in the game. If you don't keep the gate closed, there's a cutscene that happens. See? What's the wolves? Wolves. In town where they actually get in and someone scares them off, but it does affect your relationship with her too, but only for that one chapter, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, I'm sure that there's
really
a
have
trophy
to
for
hear
it.
the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
Unicorns? Isn't that a bit of string right there?
I said back away. Seriously, my boy, they aren't gonna pull this chariot without a wheel. I know. They're the most majestic creatures in the world. Mr. Fancy Cakes, I saw that look in your eye. Don't you dare touch my unicorns. They're for looking only. No, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you cannot eat his cape. I know. I wish we weren't returning here at this time of year, too. They haven't figured out eye transplants for unicorns yet, Mr. Fancy Cakes. Did you eat my retainer again? Okay, have a nibble of cape. Oh, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you were always my favorite. Other one, well, you keep doing you. Mr. Fancy Cakes, can you tell Two Eyes to stop chewing so loudly? Hey, other one, are you sure you deserve to be a unicorn? Your heart just doesn't seem to be in this. Other one, I know we're stuck here, but it doesn't mean you have to make our air quality inhospitable.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
Unicorns? Isn't that a bit of string right there?
That's a lot of dialogue, isn't it?
I thought this might do the trick.
What a clever choice! Such craftsmanship, and sturdy, too! Just hope you didn't pay too much. I'd hate for you to have spent all your money when you've only just arrived in town, right? You ready, Mr. Fancy Cakes?
Oh, speaking of which, folks, if you don't put the tips in a tip jar,
ready.
he takes the 3 coins anyway, so...
Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
No.
No thanks. Not really interested.
Are you sure? They'll charge you double at the tournament. They're not as trustworthy as I am.
No.
The price still seems really high to me.
Okay, you're twisting my turban here. I didn't pay you for such a deal, Deliberator. Final offer, half off the previously discounted rate. Come on, treat yourself, boy.
I'll see if I can find a better deal at the tournament.
I'll suit yourself, but don't say I never did anything for you. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time.
What? Now regardless of what you say there, he will still steal from you because he's not worth anything.
Heel, halt, avast! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the
hospitality. No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk. Especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Wait, hey! Get back here, you dirty thief!
See, granted, he only stole 1 coin, where he would have stolen 3 of them off
Back
us.
away. This area is...
Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Well, can't those knights check the list?
Do you mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
You needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
Well, but I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I could find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard, once commanded, must never, under no circumstances, abandon his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance.
What about
Of a
distress?
life or death nature.
I stand corrected. And we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders.
Okay. Let's go cause some distress then, shall we? Yeah, see what else we can just make sure there's nothing we can cause havoc with here.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous.
I can't swim!
Abandon post!
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking to me.
Nope, me.
You wouldn't be the first.
This tired argument is getting on my nerves.
No need to argue about the fact that I am... Uh-oh. Okay. Not good.
No, that's something. They'll be out the way for a while. Okay. Size of it. Okay.
Over here, buddy.
Okay. Ah, yes, yes. Trying to recall how I did have this. Show off. Now, you'll always miss, so don't worry. See? Okay, I can't quite recall about how you get him across.
Give me a second.
Not
I
you.
have the perfect plan.
Let me whisper. Oh, yes, 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 got it, got it. Yeah, yes. There you go. Forgot about that. Stupid of me. I get bullied here.
Pardon me.
Here you go. Up, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hell no. This actually makes me a bit sad here. You understand why?
I left the hatches lodged in the tree because I would not need it any more.
You don't know that.
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It gets a tad annoying.
Huh?
Like a little raft here. And away you go. There you go.
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Oh, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks. I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are more powerful than their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny. Pleased to meet you.
So, friend, what's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn-flavored jelly beans? Because I do. What's your availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza-flavored. I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs men like us. If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though.
Okay.
Let me know how I can help.
Well, no, where's the rocks out there? Oh, yeah, but yeah. No, here's for the hard part again. I think there's a test of speed, strength, and is it agility? I think it is.
Graham, to the front of the stage, please.
Well, agility would be speed.
Now that we have
I don't
recovered
think
our
that-
list, it is my duty to inform you that you are officially signed in. Yeah. And I do want to apologize. I am very, very terribly sorry. But we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not a
Not good enough.
problem. I
Not-
have
not
no
good
use for
enough.
tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, Pocket Boy. The tournament bylaws explicitly state that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade. Both designed as light-hearted warm-ups and getting-to-know-you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only
Chivalry,
if the
that's the other
circumstances
one.
for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
Oh God. Let's make him look stupid, will we?
I, don't know what the term extenuating means.
I'll just pencil in dim-witted. Now, go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
Okay. Now, can be awkward. Especially his name is so long-winded.
Between the treasure and its casing.
His pet's name is quite straightforward. But Achaka is in a different language, and since it doesn't help you learn that, it's quite awkward.
Hello, my name's Graham. Nice to meet you.
Achaka.
So, where do you hail from?
Achaka.
I see. Sounds exotic. So, what type of arrows do you fly with?
Achaka.
Nice, nice. I prefer the hand-whittled sapling arrows myself.
Oh, that's Miss trying his hardest.
Want to partner up? Show Daventry the power of dueling archers? What do you say?
Achaka.
Yeah, you're right. You'd probably just slow me down. Good chat. I'm gonna get back to the chivalry test.
Achaka. Okay, let's talk to this poor soul
Hey
here.
there, I'm Graham.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And
Sure,
your
sure.
name?
What?
Well, I didn't catch your name.
What? Is this true? Surely you jest, Greg. What rock did you crawl out from? How do you not recognize this well-proportioned face?
Well, it's not Greg, it's Graham. And, of course, I know who you are. You're...
Whisper. Aha!
That jerk who pushed me into the river.
Oh, yes, that silly feather does look familiar. Look at it. It's like a limp piece of cheese. What you need, Gale, is an upgrade. Like my mane of excellence.
Hey, my mother gave me that feather. I might be silly, but you're...
Jerk.
Going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here, Garrett.
Graham, Gale, Garrett. Okay.
Hey, thanks for knocking that log over out there. Really. It gave me the opportunity to go on a lovely cruise.
Those nights were annoying me, and I wanted some alone time. Leave me be, little fly. You don't want to wake the bull.
Look, I don't want to be in this conversation any more than you do, but I missed the chivalry test, and I need to make it up. The faster we get this over with, the faster I can leave you alone.
Well, make it quick. Then buzz off.
It's off to the beat.
I'm Graham.
No last names. I don't even want your first name.
What are you singing?
And your name?
I'm known throughout the land as Circumference, but I am currently in the process of rebranding myself, starting with my name.
That's cool.
You should call me Acorn.
Acorn. Acorn the Mighty, huh?
What was that you were hiding in your paws?
Well, none of your business, feather boy.
Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack?
Leave it alone, string bean.
Okay,
I'll leave you be.
Go away.
I am going, lad. Jesus, rude out to the core. Right. Where's my knee gone? There he is.
Shrekky.
Oh, hey, Graham. We were just sharing some tips about the tournament. Let me know if you want the rundown about any of our competitors.
Let's start off with... Let's start off with Sir Ten himself. Let's see what's
What can you
happening
tell
over
me
there.
about Sir Ten of himself?
That's so inconsiderate. Although clever, these silly puns are not very becoming to a gentleman like yourself. Go meet everyone, then come talk to me. I've got a few tips to share.
What can you tell me about Achaka?
I'm studying his every move. He should make any opponent quiver. Ugh, you got me doing it now. He's fast, strong, and vicious with his bow. I'm trying to convince him to join our alliance, but the translation isn't quite working.
What can you tell me about Acorn?
I can tell you not to mess with those bullhorns in any strength competition. I shouldn't be telling you this, but I heard a rumor that the man keeps a pet squirrel under his belly. Kind of a weirdo does that. Imagine what else he's hiding under there. Neither of us is going to be able to match his strength. If we're going to oust him, we'll need to work together and expose his secrets.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye.
Let's go see if we can expose his secret.
What do you want?
I, heard what you're hiding.
No, you didn't, skinny pants.
I did. I heard a rumor that a tiny squirrel pet lives under your belly.
What? Who told you that? I bet it was Whisper. He's the worst. His ego is the one thing I can't stomach. And she's not my pet. She's my friend.
Does your squirrel friend have a name?
I wish Whisper would keep his big mouth shut. Her name is Princess Madeline of Avalon. She's a proper lady.
What else is hidden in that belly?
The bones of a feather boy if you don't leave me alone.
I think you're hiding something else in there, but I'm not sure I want to find out. I'll leave you be.
You need to get lost.
I'm gone. Let's try and remember this guy's name.
Yes. Have you remembered my name?
Whisper.
Correct. Well, Whisper's full name is Sir Walter Harris Ignatius Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. the Third, hailing from Modesto. But I'm sure a fan like you knew that. Would you like an autograph?
Huh.
No.
I don't seem to have any portraits on me.
Well, if you find one, I'll sign it, free of charge. Whisper loves his fans. Whisper loves the knighthood. Whisper loves thwarting evil. But most of all, Whisper loves Whisper.
As do we all. I should be getting back to my chivalry test now.
Don't go! Whisper can do it!
That's a nice thought, but I'm pretty sure those guards would never confuse you for me. I mean, your armor is pretty recognizable.
Whisper's armor is shiny because Whisper loves his own reflection.
Yeah, I get it. Good day, Whisper.
Wow. There was ego and then there's whatever that was.
Yes, Graham? You want some dirt on someone?
Whisper.
What can you tell me about Whisper?
Whisper? Huh. His feet might fly by without a sound, but his mouth never will. A shining star in his hometown, he hopes to rebuild his fan base in Daventry. I've heard he'll do anything for the spotlight and can never be outshined. People that arrogant are usually primed for a fall. Don't you think so?
Ooh.
What can you tell me about Achaka?
I'm studying his every move. He should make any opponent quiver. Ugh, you got me doing it now. He's fast, strong, and vicious with his bow. I'm trying to convince him to join our alliance, but the translation isn't quite working.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
Achaka.
So, where do you hail from?
Achaka.
I see.
Come on,
Sounds
man.
exotic. Good chat. I'm gonna get back to the chivalry test.
The ivory monster unveiled itself.
You tell me about
Did you hear the
this
crowd?
one? Or about
They all
Achaka?
cheer for me. They love me.
No, you know what? Forget it. Forget it.
Are you ready for the chivalry test?
Let's do it.
Question 1. Who is the only knight competing in the tournament that speaks multiple languages?
Manny.
Manny. We're friends, you know. We have kind of an alliance. Next question.
All right, next question. This knight hopeful hails from a land far outside of Daventry. Based on the odds, he is favored to win the competition.
Up until the last statement. Last section, last statement, I would have said Acorn, but Achaka.
Okay, moving
is
on.
favored to win.
What is the full name of the fastest contestant in the
There you go.
competition?
Sir Walter Harris Ignatius Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. the Third of Modesto. I'm sure of it.
I see. Last question. Who or what is the favorite companion of the strongest competitor?
Where's it gone?
Princess Madeline of Avalon.
There you go.
She sounds quite charming.
Okay, let's see here. Tallying. It looks like you got all the answers correct.
Whoa,
Great
yeah.
job, Pockets. Now, we shouldn't keep your new
Pockets.
friends waiting, should we? Let's start the show.
Welcome, everybody. You are
Jeremy.
all here to win a knight position on King Edward's court. But that's not all. As you all know, tragically, the king has no heirs. So, this position could very well lead to the crown of Daventry itself. Now, let's officially commence the competition part of the tournament. I do hope you've all made friends, because it's about to get nasty. The time has come to collect your entrance tickets. Each knight hopeful will need to bring back to the theatre, dum-dum-dum-dum, one eye of a hideous beast.
Okay.
And due to Proclamation 1748.2, it will actually need to be a hideous beast. Not like last year. No adorably cute, fuzzy, or tiny creature eyes will be accepted. Thank you.
Nothing to see
hey, whoa,
here.
come on,
There are
man.
many hideous eyes to
Bears.
find in Daventry. We urge you to take this opportunity to show us your skills. We want to know what's in your heart, how you think, and how you react in the face of danger. You might not believe all that can be interpreted from one eye, but we will still judge you all the same. Now, everyone, go forth and claim thine eyes.
That should be the sword. What?
Ooh. Whisper can do it.
Okay, whisper. Okay. Okay. Trying to think now as to what I can go about doing this the first time around. I said I was going to stick to magic shops. I'm probably going to lean towards that again.
Watch your step, kid.
Oh, thanks.
I know
Yeah,
it
I
ain't
will,
fancy,
I will.
but it'll have to work for now. Amaya Blackstone, nice to meet you.
Graham, the pleasure's mine. It's nice to see all these bridges are getting fixed.
All these bridges? No, kid. This contract is over. Daventry can't afford me anymore. They can't even afford oil for the crumbler over there. My own invention, of course.
Oh, what does a crumbler do?
It lifts, it chops, it crumbles. Most importantly, it brings in the monies, which are desperately needed. Been kind of rough around here lately.
Seems that way. Daventry's been an interesting experience so far. Different from what I read in my travel books. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's for me.
Don't worry, kid. It's not you. This kingdom's been going downhill ever since the Queen died. And now, with the bridges out, no one can get into Daventry. It's really quiet. I hate the silence. I'm a woman of action, if you couldn't tell. Quiet towns don't pay the bills.
I can see that.
Well, I should get going. Perhaps someone's wandered into my shop. If you make it there, come say hi. I'm on the left.
Alright guys, I've been ignoring a call for the last 8-9 minutes. I'll take that call, unfortunately, which means I have to stop playing this. Because apparently people can't leave me alone when I'm trying to do something. So I would have to make this a two-parter. My god. You know what? No, to help the phone. I won't. Let's stay at to help them. You can't always jump around other people.
How did you find an eye?
It was a hideous beast lurking inside.
Ouch! Rude!
One gold coin, not going to much for me. But town's just up there. Bear in mind, he's picking
Pickety pick.
with that for later on.
How precious. The badger wanted to make friends with the squirrels.
Oh no, what? Eat it. Just chomp, 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 chomp.
I walked into town with my last coin. Whatever path I chose to pursue for my eye would need to be cheap.
No. I chose up here because I don't know why, but I did.
You're on the delivery boy, are you? That merchant is usually so prompt with our rare, miraculous, and oftentimes delicious ingredients.
Oh, hush feathers, Chester. This boy's no courier. He desires a position in King Edward's court. He appears to be a compassionate gentleman, but he is clearly out of his comfort zone. He is one who needs to think more with his brain and less with his heart if he is going to defeat the contenders in this year's night tournament.
Zounds! Did you just read my fortune?
No, we're just very old and very judgmental people.
It's true, we're judges. This is my judging face.
That's honesty.
Muriel and I don't read fortunes anymore.
Yep. There was no future in it.
Oh, we couldn't tell fortunes even if we wanted to. Someone purchased our fortune table when we were watching the parade.
Bless their heart. Whoever left us that money is bound to have good fortune.
Wish we had more thoughtfulness like that in Daventry.
Take a look around, boy. Let us know if you like anything you see.
Okay.
It looked like some type of broken lantern.
Ooh, what are these little guys?
Those are bird bombs. Our own invention.
Kinda like a smoke bomb, but they release gas that will cause your victim to cluck like a chicken. Temporarily, of course.
Those ones are expired, though, so they're just for display.
Can we open the jar? I'm trying to open the jar. No. No.
He reminds
Oh,
me
the
of
white
our
meat.
son.
Something mysterious and magical was brewing in that pot.
Okay. Yes! Yes, now I know where to go. Okay, sorry there, folks. Sorry, damn what you started you there. My mind is it's not working with me at the moment.
Hello there, and good afternoon. Forgive the shop from lacking our usual favorites. With all the bridges out and my supplier missing, I can't keep all my delicious treats stocked.
I have to get his treat
have a
and
look around.
his
I'm here to answer any
free
questions.
snacks for progress, or I can get the weed whacker of the other girl. Her name, I don't recall it now.
The sign read, "Ask us about our free samples."
What is it? It just met her.
How can I help?
Oh my god.
Got any free samples?
Oh, today only. I'm letting people sample our new walnut strudel. However, I ran out of bitterroot. It's really nasty on its own, but it really brings out the nutty flavor of the strudel. It usually grows under big, heavy rocks. If you can find me some, you can have all the free samples you want.
What's today's special?
Oh, well, today I am baking up quite the treat. Grandma's star shroom pie.
Yes,
A delicacy
massive.
big enough
Yeah,
to
okay,
feed an
yes.
army.
Now I remember.
Or someone with the appetite.
Yeah,
for an
yeah.
army.
Got it.
I've eaten it in one sitting before. Well,
Sorry, folks.
don't
I work
judge.
2 jobs. My head
No
is
one
not
would trust
on
a
track right
skinny
now.
baker, now would they? Unfortunately, my ingredients haven't been delivered, and I can't complete the recipe. Until those bridges get fixed, people will just have to settle for the love in my goat hoof pie instead. Tell you what, if you can find me some starberries and sugar shrooms, you can have this monster pie for the discounted price of 1 gold coin.
I have that.
That's not a delicious, chocolate, hideous beast's eye cake I smell cooking, is it?
Looking for an eye, are you?
Yeah.
Well, it must be that time of year again. Frankly, I can't tolerate it.
For a shot.
The Fays weren't raised that way. It's archaic. So much fighting and needless killing. Compassion comes from the heart, you know? As does food. If you want to get to the heart of any problem, all you need is pie. You look like a compassionate fella, like myself. And I think we're going to get along right as raisins. Please, don't take part in the violence.
Okay, now what is
Good day.
now?
Have a sweet day.
Okay, guys, I had to answer the damn call. I'm so sorry with this, guys. I really am. Generally did not want I can do this. Alright, guys, we gotta stop here and answer this call. I'll be back as soon as possible, but I'm sorry, guys. I really am sorry, guys. I'll be back as soon as possible with part 2 of the first chapter. Oh, God, I hate my job.